5, 2, 3, 4 fall from the side of Envision. Now Stigma falling as well. It's just 2 or 3 alive. No one touches point. Feila bringing it back.
As well, Bunker going down by Poker, who was just hiding in the room. A lot of pressure suddenly down onto Fishka. He's having to 1v1 with Mezzo, but Mezzo is going to win that.
Roy Joker's getting one but as well. It does mean that Envision are going to get a lot less space.
Oh my lord!
Jesus
This
Christ,
sniper
Roy.
has to stay alive here. Won't. In the face of the heavy, Layla in trouble as Tercio just going deep right now. But the point will end up not getting capped. Was that a C9? Good point presence, but here's a soldier jumping forward and getting the frag. Nice job there. Will find stand as well. And will go down for it, but that will likely secure this point and this map for Feila eSports. Now popping their Uber out, and there you go, 1-3. Just walked through connector, posted up, and got deleted. And now the Reds go behind, but Show combines for a couple of frags there, and Zio immediately destroyed there, only trading out for 2 so far. Stingam is so aggressive. Satan will go down to the NG, but NG's surely dying as well. That was just barely not a full team wipe.
Quite out in that back area, but Jackie Legs and May doing seemingly a good job. And Mezzo coming in, managed to get Balthus as well. It's certainly going to complicate him. As managing to drop Zia with the revolver as well. Of SDCK Murphy doing what he can. Looks like he wants to try and get Zia into the bit around the corner. Just for the shits of it. Gun taking a fair old pepperage of damage, but May and Delt going down to it. A6 doing a solid job there, but does get a headshot by Red Legs' gun and going down ultimately to Jackie Legs. 3 players remain on the side in Vision, and SDCK want it to be over with. They're just going to try and close it out. SDCK do cap the point off the back of it. 30 seconds on the clock for them, but a retake straight away from Feila, now sitting on 40% advantage.
Oh, was that a drop right there?
Feila
dropping to Murphy. What a combo. Absolutely, Mirren here. Get it. 85% on his Umedi gun. Jumping Satan, trying to rectify the situation. He does get the medic. Huge bomb. And Layla with 30%. He's getting there. Jaglis, huge bomb. He gets the drop onto Layla. Somehow he finds those rockets and takes down the medic with the Uber charge until that's +2, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi, old beaver. Away!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Critscast. Tonight, we have it finally here. It's Season 24 Premiership Grand Finals. SDCK taking on Feila eSports. My name's Godfather, and I'm joined by CJ on the mic. I'm certainly excited, but what do we have to talk about here before this match eventually starts?
Once again, we have a grand final between SDCK, Super Dickmann's KANNONEN, and Feila eSports. SDCK, the big dogs, the top seeds, as you can see.
Absolutely. 2 great teams with pretty outstanding rosters. And with that, we can actually take a run through these rosters.
And returning on the spot is Mezzo. These are the defending champions, the #1 seeds, but Feila eSports, they're the challengers, Godfather. Who's lining up for them?
In this roster, Scout will be BB. Satan is their soldier. Grip on Pyro. It was SDCK, and they banned Product. Feila bans Lakeside and then picks Warmtick, which will be our first map here. SDCK picked Upward and banned Steel. SDCK banned Vigil and picked Proplant. So those are our 3 maps. It will be Warmtick, Upward, and Proplant for the decider.
But they pick Warmtick. Feila love to play Warmtick, and they also love to play Proplant. So, I mean, I see 2 maps here that Feila are going to be very, very happy with. I think, Godfather, it's just going to be a DM fest. I really do see these 2 just going head-to-head and just going into an absolute slaughter.
Absolutely, and in these last few seconds, make sure you predict with channel points here before we get going. And shout out to those who have subscribed and those who will subscribe through this. Your subscription does help us directly, helps support the streams and the casters, so do appreciate that. I did notice Twitch chat going off right now. Have a hype train going. Appreciate that, guys. Really awesome stuff as we continue to get ready for this matchup.
We're live on Twitch right now, or you may be watching us on YouTube, but you can check us out on a number of different websites. Check out our social medias, things like Discord. Be up to date with all the different things that happen with Critscast. There's obviously Twitter, where we make announcements and information about things that the channel is going to be doing. If you're watching on Twitch, check us out on YouTube. If you're watching on YouTube, check us out on Twitch. We do live stream all of our casts, and we do post the VODs up on YouTube. You can also support the channel by subscribing on Twitch or checking out our Patreon.
We are now officially going ready in this Highlander matchup. It is ETF2L Premiership Season 24 Grand Finals. SDCK is taking on Feila eSports once again. My name's Godfather, joined by CJ on the mic. Wiethoofd is on production. CJ, take us through this mid-fight.
It's a very slow and calculated mid-fight here. Joe just sitting in that drop-down area, just throwing some sticky traps, and the first casualty is going to be Koroi. Redlex getting that dome very, very quick. May already so far forward. Big backstab from Mezzo. He's going to take down Wamba. There's just absolute slaying here as the players from SDCK just move around the map and pick these off one by one. Mezzo just farming already. He's on a 3K. He's taking down Dixels too.
Mezzo found one early onto Wamber on the flank, and then he just walks in for a free from behind, picks up 2 more to secure the rest of that mid-fight. And you were right, that was a very slow and methodical start to the mid-fight, and Redlex is early on posting up, hitting some clean shots, takes out Joe early on. That's one thing I've seen from watching Feila, is if Joe goes in early and dies early, the fight is basically lost. Satan will be early to fall here. Murphy finding a kill there. Dixot's also dying to this demo man. Here's a bit of a push. The Uber coming out from both teams. Heavy dying on either side before they get the flash. But so far, SDCK holding on to this point. Jackie Legs being a bit aggressive, trying to spam up. But now Satan, oh, the direct as he jumps away. Can't tell if that was calculated or pure luck. But regardless, very nice frag. Juicy Axio in the backline, maybe looking for a frag here. Camping the telly, but the red team, Feila eSports, going to take this point back now.
Yeah, they've lost a couple of players doing it though. Redlex getting the headshot onto Grip. It was well played by Feila actually. They went aggressive, took down Posca really, really early on, took the trade, and SDK was just not positioned correctly to refight afterwards. But it doesn't matter because they've lost this point, and now Redlex is just taking player after player down. Koroi was alive for a few seconds there with sniper supremacy, but gets backstabbed by Mezzo. So now you just have this situation where there's no big picks coming in from either side, and it's just about SDCK trying to slowly edge this point, get some cap time. Joe coming up the drop down, just spamming them away. And at the moment, Feila in control, but just a lot of pressure on them coming in from SDCK.
Pressure is the perfect word to describe it. There is so much spam being sent across this point. We see a bit of aggression coming up here from the blue team. Oh, going for the stab was actually onto the sniper, but can't find Jackie Legs there to support. Uber popped out early by the red team. Blue will pop back. SDCK likely having a better Uber here. They have the point presence and the aggression as May begins to work his way forward, but there's no frags to be found. He has to back off. Jackie Legs is taken out by the sniper. A couple falling from the blue team here, but Wamper also down on red. Oh, the medic eats some damage. Murphy picking off Layla there, and that is the, I believe, first time we've seen Layla die here in this matchup, but very clean fight for SDCK as they continue to find picks at the end of this fight.
Yeah, it's the first medic death in the game at all. I just don't know how Murphy did it. I don't know where Layla was standing to be able to be taken down like that. But the problem is SDCK have captured the point. But when you're in control of the point in TF2, your spawn times are a lot longer than the enemy teams. But that doesn't matter because SDCK are like, okay, here come our respawns. We are just going to frag one by one. They're taking down Grip, Dixos, and Axio. Mezzo with a cheeky little surf underneath and snap behind enemy lines again, ready to cause havoc. Joe is trying to get the cap time down, and it's going to be Yahoo trying to deny it. Later goes down to Murphy again, and Geddu's about to reach that 100% charge. That's full Uber ad now, and now Feila have to think how they're going to try and capture this point, or get rid of the Uber, or try to do both at the same time.
I'd expect Satan to want to go for a bomb here right now, but he can't get healed up. Layla being dead, it would be the perfect time, but can't do anything quite yet. Got a little bit of spy action in the backline, but BB's chasing him down, but that means not in the front line. Look at this rotation from underneath as the heavy fights 2 above, and the Uber comes from behind. And now going a little bit deeper is Murphy trying to pick up Dreet. Oh my god, I can't even talk. The entire team of Feila just died at once. Yeah. There is no way to process that information. And you see the taunt on point from the heavy here. SDCK looking so clean.
Posca just flexing on them there. I mean, Posca plays slightly different to the way Sanburn played last season, but that Uber was just clinical, and having had a really, really close game at the start of this round, later dying 3 times in a row without an Uber coming into play, it's really bad. Mezzo is on the high ground, takes down 1, he takes down 2 basically, and Jackie Lake's just with the free spam right now. Feila are just all over the place. They are just absolutely crumbling here. And all it's taken is their med to die once, just collapse one after the other. But that Uber was so clinical. It cleaned up the entire team. Geddu has still not died so far in this game, and he's about to tick over to that 100% again. And it's going to take a lot for Feila to do this. They do have an Uber in play, though, so this is going to be a big exchange on the point.
Yeah, the Ubers are popped out, but there's not a lot of point presence right now. We've got to make sure there are non-Uber players there as this Uber fades first from the blue team, but the medic gets comboed. Murphy picking up 7 frags at the end of the day, killing Layla. A lot of kill streaks going for SDCK so far. That will be round number 1 of this first map going to SDCK. You know what I've noticed, though? I don't think I've seen a single Satan bomb, or at least a single successful bomb if he has gone in. I was the player I was saying it's important that Satan is able to make some big plays as we get into the second mid. He's really not taking the initiative here, so hoping he will turn things around here as he takes some early high ground, mid starting to unfold. Sniper's looking for the picks early on. It's a bit of a spread out positioning for both sides. Clark will die to the Sniper first to fall here on the mid. And now here's the aggression from JackieLegs going in, trying to pick up that Sniper. Can't quite get him with 2, but he finds him with 3, dying to the Heavy, who is there to support. And the end, a couple dead for the blue team, but more so from Red, as so many frags going in favor of SDCK right now and keeping their medic alive throughout the fight. Ever important to do so. They'll cap this one out, and it'll be another round underway now.
Yeah, it's really well played by SDCK once again. Like you said, JackieLegs jumped in onto the Sniper, took him down in 2. He was happy to trade his life for that Sniper, gives his Sniper a little bit of space and, you know, maneuverability. And then Meza was just waiting, took down Dixor, so they just had total height control. And Feila just getting picked off one by one by these calculated plays. Karoy goes down to Redix there. It's going to be a big Satan bomb this time. This is what you've been waiting for. Lands one rocket, and it's enough for the force. But the Uber gets used by Feila as well, very, very early on. So it's actually a better Uber for SDCK, and they've totally denied any cap time.
Yeah, Joe's going to try to repeat this. I thought Gidu was in trouble there. Forces in the air, but no air shots connecting. But there you go, a bit of aggression coming in from the Soldier, and we have the Ubers exchange. Wasn't perfect from Feila, but certainly some progress as Mezzo is going to look for the decloak onto Tixos here, picking off that Heavy once again. And Layla dying now to Mezzo as well. He is such a threat, and no one can keep track of him on the Spyglass right now. Satan will go down there, JackieLegs, with help of the demo. And there's actually Gedu dying. BB going big right now as he continues to pick up some more frags. Finally dying there, but is only 3 alive from SDCK. Maybe a little bit of hope for Feila right now.
Mezzo has more points than any other combat class on the server right now. He just... I know Feila have won this fight. They finally kill Gedo. It's his first death. But honestly, he gets the backstab onto Karoy, so there's no sniper. He then goes back, takes a couple of shots, goes in, backstabs the Heavy, drops down with the speed boost, does an Assassin's Creed drop stab onto Layla. If you're allowing a spy to kill a third of your team with no response, it is absolutely criminal. And Redlick seems to have sniper superiority. Oh, and he gets
Look at this!
Again.
Oh no! Once again, I was going to point out the Redlick's angle there. He's sitting up on that balcony and it was working out for him, but then the spy comes in. These pick classes from SDCK are just so powerful, and you know, Grip doing his best, but it's just such a task. It's a Herculean task to undertake here, and you can't quite do it all the time. Redlicks will go down to the mini sentry somehow. Things are chilling just a bit. Curie looking for a pick here before an eventual SDCK pick. Here's the Uber coming in. It's going to be underneath, actually. May trying to find some damage. Can't quite get anything. JackieLegs and Daddy both going down on the blue team. And this isn't looking too great from SDCK.
Yeah, that was well played by Feila. They positioned themselves, they expected it, and they were in totally the right area to just deny that push. Dixorce did die because of the Uber, but he was just the physical body block. He was just in the right position to physically stop them from pushing. And when you look at the time, despite the amount of times that Leno has actually died during this round, Feila actually taking the lead. Satan trying to go in for the market garden onto Gedu, just misses out on it. And now it's just going to be an absolute slaughter on the point. The crits comes out. Yeah, it's not good enough. Redlicks actually takes Layla down when she didn't even have a heal target. Dixorce's laser beams could not clean up very many players, and now it's a mad scramble for the Feila players to try and get out and regroup. Mezzo is lurking in behind, but probably thinks just wait and keep his disguise. Yahoo gets killed by Axio, but Feila losing now the lead. And knowing that Gedu is on the Medigun, Layla has respawned back on the Medigun, but they have about a 75% disadvantage.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here. Layla getting so low and actually taken down once again. This Heavy is as the underneath rotations. I like this play call that keeps going through for SDCK, and it keeps working. You gotta set something up there on the side of Feila, excuse me. to make sure that underneath rotation can't happen for free every time.
Yeah, I mean, at the moment, it just looks like there isn't an entry into for Feila to get anything. Mezzo gets Kuroi again. Kuroi is just being left to be killed. Layla dies.
No, not again.
Layla dies to What? How? Did she create her?
I think so.
I've never seen some. Okay. So this is looking really bad for Feila right now.
Yeah, all these frags continue to go in the favor of SDCK. They lose their med early, time and time again, and then everyone scatters. You know, it's for some reason I'm thinking it's the scene from Ratatouille. You open the freezer and all the rats just scatter everywhere. You know what I'm talking about. There you go. That's what I'm seeing right now from Feila. Every time their med dies or there's some form of aggression, here's a bit of play from Satan.
He's free to do what he likes. He has the high ground. He's able to... This is the problem. At the moment, Feila have the players capable of getting picks, of getting kills, but they're not supporting them. No one's sticking by Kuroi. No one's giving Kuroi the support so that he doesn't get backstabbed. No one's, causing distractions for Axia to get anything done. I don't get it. When Satan goes in for a bomb, no one else is there to support. These players are capable of doing it, but we need to see some cohesion, some synergy coming out of Feila right now. Otherwise, this map's going to be over in the next few minutes.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been clinical from SDCK. That was a pretty clean rollout there from Murphy. Redlick's the first to die, though, losing the SBS early on. And now a bit of aggression from Feila, as that sniper not a threat, so they can take a bit of space, but eating so much spam in the process. Gotta look for some heals. Jackie Legs gonna bait a bomb here. If he had gone in, though, that would have been devastating to see. Again, though, looking at these soldiers, they haven't been as impactful as I would like to see. A coordinated bomb from Satan. Here comes Jackie Legs actually going for Troy and getting a very clean kill onto him. Now has that high ground. Satan going to try to counter jump him, but Jackie Legs able to get out for free. Satan missing both rockets. Bit of aggression on point. Crypt going down. The Uber popped out by the side of Feila. And now SDCK pops back, but they're still getting time on this point and continue to win fights.
It's just not. Dixos there gets backstabbed by Mezzo. Satan's going to go in for a bomb. Maybe able to get Gedu here. Gedu, cheeky little surf into Banana, will live. But the problem there is that Satan was on the high ground, actually defends Kuroi from Mezzo, so no backstab onto the sniper, leaves him, and then Jackie sees that. Jackie Legs jumps in, takes down the sniper. Sniper superiority has left the field, and then one by one, people just taking so much damage that the exchange comes in from Feila. They've lost Grip and Joe to the same pipe from Murphy. Satan's like, screw this, go for a bomb, has to go around and curve back into Banana. Mezzo is going to get another backstab onto the sniper. And Feila still haven't got any count time so far. So they've kept Layla alive. So their best chance here is to wait for respawns, regroup, and maybe go for an exchange on the point, because SDCK being very aggressive. They want to get relics into these forward positions, get some early snipes.
Absolutely, but look at this heavy positioning as Poscar can just keep walking forward. We have the exchange now onto point, popped out first, I believe, by Feila. And it's going to be a rotation behind, trying to catch out some players here. Not finding too many. Redlicks will pick off the demo as he tries to escape. So back to the respawn timer goes Cho. Now dying as Redlicks. Roy picking up another frag there. Layla almost dying, but able to dodge some spam. Will hang back by that pack with BB. But Satan and Kuroi both going to die late into the fight. And it's below 130 in just a moment for SDCK in this third round.
I feel so sorry for Kuroi right now. He's playing on the high ground, trying to get the snipes. Dixos is there and prevents the backstab from Mezzo, but then Mezzo just goes to a more shallow angle and just revolvers him down from a distance. Kuroi has just not been given the time to get into this game. Big jump in from Satan, though. He's going to land right into the thick of it. Gets denied by Yahoo. There's reflex coming out strong, but Feila should be able to capture this point. They are about 20% behind. If Feila are aware of this, they might want to get Layla back to a safer distance. It's going to be solo Uber onto May, but I think Layla is going to be safe enough to live. The cap hasn't gone down yet, and they do get forced.
Why? There was no damage onto Layla there. I think they just want to make sure no one from the side of Feila dies in this. Now Jackie Legs the target of all way up in the skybox. Does he live here is the question. He will, landing on that pack. Very clean movement in the air. I don't think they needed to pop that Uber out. They didn't even get very many kills. Only 2 actually dying. And now will be some more ad for SDCK. BB going forward. Will find Murphy. A nice clean early frag onto the demo.
That's what
might
we
slow
want to
things
see.
down.
That's the kind of Feila gameplay we see, where BB's being aggressive. He had one more player on the point with him, and as the support, you can do more. They're starting to go forward now. They don't actually have the UV yet, but Layla gets backstabbed by Mezzo, and that is going to just totally stop any of the aggressive forward play. And look at this, Jackie Legs with the long distance spam takes down BB. Joe and Wamba both 11 HP, having to back off there, and it's just the mirror image of the two sides of Feila. You have the good play from BB, goes forward, puts down, gets Murphy. That's a huge pick. That stops SDCK from pushing forward. They don't have their demo man. One more player supporting him, and he could do some more damage. But as soon as Joe's like, okay, I'm going to take the mantle and do that, nobody looks behind, and Mezzo gets the free kill onto Layla. So you just need somebody looking behind. Getting now at 100%. They have a minute and a half lead here, Godfather. This could be the map in this next push.
Absolutely. Here comes Satan going for a big bomb. Can't really find what he's looking for there. Murphy will die early once again, but Joanne on the other side does die. Here's the Uber from the blue team. No demo in on this as mentioned, but it is enough to pick up 4 frags. Only Murphy and Posger will die for it. They'll pick up Axio at the end as well. Jackie Legs, Knight BB, not too bad. You know, a late frag onto the soldier doesn't really do anything in the long run.
We'll have to see 5 seconds left for SDCK to hold on. They're going to have to do... Feila are going to have to do it without a medic. May actually getting a cleaver kill there. Joe goes down to the pipes, and that is going to be it. The first round... the first map, goes 3 rounds clean as a whistle to SDCK. And Godfather, I hate to be the one to kind of put a downer on things, because that has been an entertaining map, but that was Feila's pick, and they just didn't look in it at all during any of those rounds.
But we do have logs to take a look at here.
Redlix and Murphy top fragging on the server with 21 each. Posca and Mezzo just behind with 20. But the big number, Godfather, is looking at the difference in the medics. Gedu died once during the entire map in 15 minutes, and Layla died 11 times.
Turning now to map number 2, Upward. Is there better hope for Feila?
I think there is. At the start of the stream, I did say if this went to a third map, Feila would be feeling good, because they do like Koth. They do have a lot of, they have a lot of fraggers in their team. There are a lot of people who will win these 1v1s against people. But I felt they were just so uncoordinated. Maybe they needed waking up. Maybe they just weren't warmed up. I don't really know. But Warmtick is often one of their stronger maps. I really don't know what happened there. So maybe a change of pace is going to be what they need.
We do have Feila getting ready, and now SDCK, so hopefully this is not a bait, and we will be getting into map number 2 here. CJ, any prediction as to what we might see score-wise?
I think this might be a 2-1. I feel like this first round could quite easily go the way of SDCK, riding, like I said, that wave of confidence they've got after winning that first map 3-0. Winning your opponent's map 3-0 is a morale booster, and it is, you take a hit when you've lost that. So it's going to be a question of whether the Feila players can keep their head. They've been in this situation before. A lot of these played in last season's final. I think SDCK are gonna win, but I do feel like Feila can get around here. The only question is which way the decided round goes. I can see SDCK winning this 2 maps, but I think Feila will get around.
I'm hoping Feila gets around here. Obviously want to see a good match. Didn't see any crit traps from Feila, but building in spawn crits for SDCK, just racking up those medic points. I see you, Gedu. A classic play to flex on the other team. Look at these medic differences. It's double the ping and over double the points for Gedu. Clearly the better player. But we're getting underway here on map number 2. Looking for the opening pick will be the sniper, as always, not finding it on the first shot. So a little bit of safety now. Here's a bit of a bomb coming in the pyro, missing. Jackie Legs and Murphy both going deep, but Wember able to pick some off in the sky with the Wrangler, and Dixos also with the gun, and 3 fall on the sack. But we do see Mezzo getting all the way behind, which is what you want to see if you're an SDCK supporter.
Yeah, what Mezzo wants to do is take down that teleporter to stop the respawns from coming in, and hopefully maybe get a spawn camp on someone. But no one has actually died. That was a really good sentry from Wan, but great wrangling and aggressive sentry. It stops these aggressive bombs coming in. Again, it's doing work. A lot of players going down for SDCK. They don't really get much value. They do lose Joe, So no demo man for the defensive side. The sentry has finally gone down, but that aggressive sentry doing its work and keeping the medic alive unforced. Layla hasn't had to use, so it's still 100% on both sides. And Jackie Lake switch over to that direct hit, maybe trying to become a little bit more anti-sentry. And the aggression comes now. Gedu is out of the blocks. Karoy's gone down, so Gedu uses that. But oh no, but Murphy gets launched back. Grip doing a grand job there of just retaining this high ground, making sure they can't have that superiority, but everyone is just dying. Axio with the double stab!
Oh, he's going to find one more into the sniper at the end there. Nice play overall. I thought everything was going to fall apart there for Feila, but they end up getting Gedu, at the end of the day, and that'll be a significant add, about 25% in favor of the defending Feila. 1 point under 130, you know, nothing to talk about there. Pretty standard, and happy to sack in. We had the conch popped out by the soldier. Don't know if that was at the end of the fight, but now going in tunnel, picking up Murphy, and combining for Redblix, I believe. Actually, no, that was Grip. So Satan finding a bit of a play there, but it's not really going to end up doing anything at the end of the day. Very aggressive sentry gun right now from Lambert.
It's actually a pretty good pick because based on that 25% Uber that Feila had, you know, there's a certain amount of time that SDCK could play with. If they get the car into a certain position, they could drive push knowing that Layla doesn't have the Uber yet. But as soon as Murphy goes down there, their chances of getting that drive push and taking exchange just go out of the window. So now Layla has the Uber. They can't go forward until they've got their Uber. They lose Murphy and Redlick. So this aggressive hold is going further and further forward, trying to get Karoy into a position here to maybe get a hero shot onto somebody important. Clark and May going down, so a lot of pressure. Gedu is actually in the tunnel and he's going to get forced. He doesn't really have much support here. Joe and Dixels both go down to the assassin class. This message just shanks another player. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why. That is the weirdest Uber exchange I've ever seen on Upward Second, but it seems, Godfather, that SDCK have a little bit of momentum. They've just launched Axio off the cliff, and it's all going a little bit wrong. I think the second might just go down to SDCK now.
Yeah, they had a bit of momentum there, and they kept using it. See Mezzo trying to get behind right now, maybe looking for a sniper stab in a moment. Satan is taken out by the sniper, and there goes Troy down to the spy. These pick classes continuing to pop off. 4 for Mezzo, 3 for Redlix. She picked off the demo, and that's a long respawn timer. Not going to be able to do too much, but it means no traps to worry about. And perhaps with the 75% on the side of SDCK, they could go in a moment. Mezzo is picked off. Have the conch popped out by Jackie Legs, looking for some damage, getting up that sustain in. And now this demo back in the action. The Pyro's going to be trying to force people back. Not able to find any frags, though. And this aggressive play right now from SDCK is proving to be worthwhile. Here's the Uber popped out. Now popping back is Layla trying to keep their scout alive as they did drop their demo, and Pyro not looking good. It is 4 down for Feila, now 5 as this fight continues to unfold, but the gun's still up.
Yeah.
not anymore.
Not anymore. Caster's curse. I really like that from SDCK. I felt like if they'd known, if they had a little bit of information on the percentage of the Ubers there, they could have just gone forward. They had a 20% ad. But the defensive, oh my word, Murphy and Jackie Legs, they're just destroying everybody right now. Lennox 34 HP on the high ground. She's only got BB for company. Starts to move forward here. She walks into Murphy. Why would you go back in there when you Murphy is just farming right now? This guy is just killing everybody on the server. Okay. Huge Uber ad now for Gedu. Later in the spawn queue for another 5 seconds. You take it away, man. I need to take a drink.
Take that drink, and I misspoke earlier. It was Battalion's backup from Jackie Legs, not Conch, but Redlegs continuing to find some picks here. Bit of aggression rotating around. BB will be going underneath, but plenty of point presence so far, and there's another death as the Heavy picks up the medic again, and Joe dying right afterwards, and here comes the cart. Getting very close. No one's dropping to touch right now, and this Heavy can't gun 3 down from range. That will be a very... Wait. Whoa. That's the 506 upward. What?
That's a 506 upward. All right, let's rewind a little bit.
That might be the second fastest upward time I've ever watched.
Yeah, I've seen sub 5 minutes a few times. You know, I've seen some fast times, but for a Prem Grand Final, yeah, you would not expect something that fast. The third point though is where it all collapsed, because up until that point everything was kind of, you know, a little bit scrappy, but third point, Feila, they held off. They had a sentry up, they used an Uber, they drop Joe immediately. I mean, the one player you want to keep alive when you're defending, payload is your demo, and he gets dropped. So Joe's out of the equation. BB takes the flash, denies the cart by himself, takes that flash and doesn't just sit there, goes forward and looks for the kills. Gets a kill, denies the cart for a little bit, and then everyone just backs up, and Murphy and Jackie Legs take the high ground on last Godfather. They kill 3. And at that point, if you're a Feila player, you think this is over. We don't have a demo and a pyro. Let's play passively. But then people try to retake it, and then they die. So I mean, Feila have to come out of the blocks here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Layla coming out of the spawn already. It does look like she is. They're not even going to go for a sack wave. They need to go now.
Yeah, they're going to be taking this very aggressively. The Uber's popped out, but it's being stuffed so far. Demo can't find too much right here. And did I see the Uber popped back? Yes, it was popped back by the defending side of SDCK right now, and that'll be a failed push, and they only get Mezzo in exchange for Satan on the other side. A couple more frags actually going in favor of the defending team here, as the combo combines for so many frags.
I have to correct you there. They picked up Mezzo. They also picked up the dispenser, which, you know what? At this moment, I think Feila will take anything that they can get. But in all seriousness, they take the dispenser down. They don't take the teleporter down. That teleporter is up, so every kill that they get on SDCK doesn't matter that much because the respawns come in instantaneously. Redlix gets his first kill of this exchange during the defensive phase, takes down Joe, so no spam coming in. Posca will go down. That's the anti-aircraft gun on the red side out of the question for the time being. Maybe Feila are just hoping to win this with a war of attrition, but like I said, Godfather, that teleport is going to be bringing the spawns back in straight away, and it's just not working for them.
Yeah, you said war of attrition, and immediately afterwards the conch gets popped out, adding so much sustain for the defending SDCKs. They can just spam out Feila and keep them at bay. Axio going for a play there, but doesn't end up finding the frag, so has to back around, see if they can find anything else. Here's the Uber, and now Grip in a bit of trouble there as he gets Sentry wrangled into the sky and down, and just so many frags in favor of SDCK. We might see a first hold at this rate.
It is possible. They do lose Murphy though. Nice backstab from Axio. We'll take down Murphy. So no Dickmann, and actually Karoy gets their shot onto Jackie Leg. So that's 3 players down. Make that 4 as Mezzo gets picked up by the flare. Redlix is still firing and popping some heads. He's on a 6 kill streak, but without those spam classes, I think SDCK will be taking the safer option and backing away to second. And the teleporter is still up. The entire fight, the teleporter was alive, and that's why Feila were having a problem.
Yeah, you gotta have that spy going to spawn. We saw that early. Oh my god, Redlix is just posting up and hitting more and more shots on the 7K right now, and I think most, if not all, of these have been headshots. Here's the spy though. Axio, oh, the body block! That was such an accidental body block there. Satan will actually pick up Redlix, and Axio is shot off the cliff once again. The Uber forced out though. Nice spam pressure onto the combo and going very deep. What the heck is Joe doing here? He's going to just get wrangled behind the building, taking a lot of spam down to about half health, and he can't really hit any shots. And now the bomb from Jackie Legs to pick him up behind that rock. Bit of a stupid play, really. that's just what it was.
Saying it how it is, I mean, Jackie Legs is just playing around on this cliff, picking up health packs, and now he would have had a free Karoy pick there if it wasn't for Redlix getting the kill. He's now going to instead get a decent amount of damage onto Layla, and then Redlix follows up, cleaning up the frags, gets the kill. He's also going to get down Joe. Redlix really turning it on this map so far. Top scoring among the combat classes. Looking at the time, we've got less than 2 minutes to go here. Physically, we're starting to get to the realms of, Feila need to push now and win. When you consider that we have a bit of a forward hold happening from SDCK on second, they have an Uber advantage, and Layla's only at 30%. Feila do not really have much room for maneuver.
The sniper is exchanging some frags there. Redlix will win the SBS. Then May getting reflected, eating a pipe there will go down. The Uber is popped out by the defending team. It says just about 60% for Feila, and now with that momentum, somebody down on SDCK, they might be able to finally cap out this point. They will do so. Redlix taken out by Axio at the end of the fight. Gedu staying alive, will be at 80% disat though.
Joe just cratering there. It happens. It happens. I mean,
I'm rewatching it.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. All I was going to say, though, is that Feila have this Uber ad, and because Clark died very, very late on, some little trickery there. Grip just styling on everybody, getting the ads out. I mean, this is what we wanted to see from Grip. This is the kind of stuff we want to see, that freedom. But he does manage to get a ton of kills, and looking at the time, I may well be impossible at this point, but, you know, Feila showing that maybe they can get some stuff done if they get the picks required. Maybe
they
if
just
that
need the momentum.
Yeah, I mean, if the overconfidence comes out of SDCK and they get a pick or two, then Feila definitely can carry that momentum forward. But this round will be going to SDCK, so they'll be one round away from winning this title.
Yeah, we're trying to repeat the championship here. The Uber popped out with 2 seconds to go. Getty was looking for the frag onto Layla. Can they find it? No, not in time. Would have been a fun one for the logs. A good round there. Feila just unable to really find early frags and momentum.
Yeah, you kind of, it just feels like that first point, they just got stuck in the mud. You know, they're just trying to wade through a really, really tight situation. And if it takes you that long to get first, especially when you go forward and, you know, you take your medic straight out of the gates, you get aggressive, you try and get those early exchanges and get them done. Maybe they're going to do the same. This is going to be straight into the second round now, and Feila in the blue, they're going to be attacking first, so they'll be attacking until the time runs out, or if they get all the way to last, and then SDK will be trying to beat that time. We talk to a lot of players, we talk to a lot of teams, and sometimes there are teams that just prefer to do a certain phase first, and maybe Feila are thinking, we want to attack first. This is now our time to come back. We've seen teams come back from the deficit before. If SDCK win this round, they win the title again. If Feila win it, we'll be going to a golden cap on Upward, and then potentially to a third map. But yeah, I mean, Feila need to show something here, I think, to show that they're worth winning this.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the time to shine for those Feila players. Want to point out we do have a contract for Jackie Legs, something we've seen a lot of usage of banners from the SDCK soldiers here, or soldier, excuse me, singular Jackie Legs, and that's that can be such a difference maker here. We haven't seen a lot from Satan, well, much of anything, but we haven't seen a lot of banner usage specifically, and that might be a detriment here. It does have the DH, and this round has started up, looking for some early frags. He will find May, body blocking Redlegs now in a bit of trouble, but can't connect with the third rocket. So things will start to unfold, and here's a very aggressive Uber very early on. Joanne looking for some frags, but this heavy is going to get Ubered right in their face, and picking up one there onto the Pyro, and Redlegs finds the scout once again. SDCK holding on for now.
See, the idea of the initial exchange is that you hold onto that high ground and then you get the spam while everything is down, and that's exactly what they've done. Axio gets the backstab onto Clark, and the sentry goes down to Joe from that spam, and Axio getting another kill. 2 huge kills coming in from Axio so far this round, as he gets Redlegs as well. So no sniper, no NG, and no Pyro. This is basically free now for Feila to just win slowly but surely. The teleporter is live, but that doesn't matter if your medic gets headshot.
Yeah, that is a beautiful shot from Groy there, and Satan will find the heavy, so that will most certainly be, although not a good amount of cart time so far, certain for frags rather than playing the objective, but they will cap this first point out, and there we go. Just now happening here, 1:15, so a bit faster anyway, as they take some presence on a hill, and Redlegs is looking for a frag, so they gotta be careful here. There it is!
It's that's maybe giving them a little bit of hope on holding this. Big jump in round from Satan. He's still alive, trying to get the damage down, but no.
May walks in, I believe through side tunnel for free there, and finds the med and gets out for free as well. He's such a nuisance in the backlines. Grip now in trouble up in that B area, but May will just walk up and kill him as well. And it's now full Uber here, or actually faking it. They faked me out. Here's a bomb from the soldier though. Jackie Legs gets air shot by Satan. DH beats a half health soldier there. And it will be now full Uber for the side of SDCK.
Yeah, Gedu took a little bit of damage there, just backed up. Has used Uber now. I'm not sure why that was. Maybe it was just fear of the spam coming in from Joe, as there was a lot of pipes and stickies flying around. Joe will die to Murphy's launch forward, but dies to Grip there, the flare, and SDCK only 5 players alive now, using that Uber to try and, you know, maybe get onto Layla. Polska is hiding in...
He's not hiding.
He's dying.
Yeah, I was seeing Wambert coming up behind him. He did find the frag onto the soldier, so it was known he was there, and he's not running Tomasław, has that stock, so very audible. Here's the Uber onto Joe N, primarily trying to get this gun down, but it's stuffing it so far. Joe N not actually targeting that gun very much. He finally goes down. The Pyro helps out. Oh no, but Layla, as May comes in from behind again. I think he might have just dropped down and found 2 clean shots onto the medic. But this cart getting fairly close for Feila as they continue to try to cap this one out. Redlegs will take out Joe, and this is looking like a hold from SDCK once again.
You remember on Warmtick we were talking about how, you know, you can't rely on players to go huge. You need to have that chemistry, teamwork, and we've seen the kind of the polar opposites of how that happens on Upward here from SDCK. The first round, cohesively, they were just working as a team. They've been stuttering a little bit here. Feila is starting to look good, but then you have the individuals coming huge. We're having Redlegs getting some crazy headshots. We're having May getting med picks. Feila go in for the sack, and they actually do force Uber. They get the damage onto Gedu, but they use the Uber, and they just clean up the players anyway. I mean, the sack wave, you're supposed to keep your medic alive and safe. Yeah.
Yeah, it sure is. But Jackie Legs was in perfect positioning to make sure that wasn't going to be the case as he caught off the med trying to escape through side tunnel there. But it'll be another attempt once more onto the breach, and Satan getting picked up early again by Redlegs, who's just been able to hit so many shots. He will go down now to Kroen. That might be the opening. Jackie Legs will be inside tunnel though, and he gets the mech again! Oh my lord, he is unstoppable! And is he going to escape? He has that full conch right now, playing in tunnel. Trying to get out. Will pop that conch out, try to support his team as they did lose a few. Don't have that engineer alive, but that conch helping to support, and it'll be once again full ad for SDCK.
Yeah, Jackie Legs with the conch on the defense on this map. Wow, nice pipes from Joe there. Will take down Murphy, throws out a ton of damage. Polska also going down, so Demo Heavy both down for SDCK. Clark just respawning, but doesn't have that sentry up and alive. So not much defensive potential here from SDK. They have to be careful. May is going to take this Uber though, and they're going to take in Yahoo too. Grip just denying it. Eventually goes down. Wonder if May can get any more kills. So he's going to get deleted.
The ragdoll! Oh my god, he just got sent off the map into another freaking dimension. Now this Uber is so cleanly in favor of Feila at 80% to about 30, so that 50% ad will likely start playing a role. 2 points in 5, not terrible. Karoy picking off Murphy is amazing though for this blue team. Feila trying to continue the momentum, but the heavy dropping down. Oh, losing the 1v1, but apparently forcing out the Uber. Layla doesn't seem to know what they want to do with this. Joe in Banana, but playing with their Pyro and main. Not the best play. The gun is taken down, and it'll be ad back in favor of SDCK as long as they can hold on to the pressure in Banana though. This heavy and medic, the engineer gunned down by Dickmann, now fighting May H as well, and Gedu will die to Grip. I don't even know where he came from, but he got behind, and that'll be almost the entire team going down. It's just Murphy, who is a respawner, and Mezzo, who's likely getting caught here. So Feila, excuse me, with a bit of momentum and getting that cart time moving.
Yeah, Dixos and Grip there combining to absolutely destroy the SDCK combo. I mean, 506 for the first 2 points was as long as it took SDCK to capture the entire map, but that's not going to really matter. It's going to be playing on 2 minutes, considering that third point only held for 1 minute and 4 seconds. Third point is where you want to get the meat of your time. Big kill there onto Murphy. No demo man for the defense. SDCK not looking good right now. They do not have high control. Gedu's going to get body blocked by Axio. Oh, he does make it back into the spawn, but Feila have control at last.
Oh, but the medic, Mezzo is going for the play. Can he find it? He's still alive. He's going to escape. What the heck?
No, Clark wrangles
Clark
Layla.
with the Wrangler. That is the most, like, it's comical. That should never be happening. But that wrangles mini is powerful. It is power. And there you go. Medic down, and there's some ad once again for SDCK.
There is some ad, and it's ad, but they still have a bit of a passive hold here. They have to make a decision. Are they going to push out, try and take the high ground? It looks like Feila do not want to stop. They've got a couple of kills. A big touchdown from Axio.
Oh,
he takes down Gedu. He was approaching 85% and not going to get that Uber. Actually, he was closer to 100% there. Not quite a drop, but Posker's going to equalize things up. He takes down Layla, just minigunning her to the grave.
Joe! Oh, Joe was 1 health and the burst damage before the heavy could rev. But yeah, things getting equalized, but only 2 were alive for a minute there from SDCK. These spawners trying to come forward. Joanne is taken out by the bomb from Jackie Legs. Clark goes down, though, to those pipes at the end of the day. And Satan, very low health, looking for an air, will find it. Now losing the the Scout Soldier, excuse me. I guess it's an SVS, sure. But this collapse onto cart is working so far for the defending team. I think we might have seen one go into the pit there, not quite sure. But the presence in main, the spy coming forward, wrangling that gun. The Dead Ringer comes through. Can they find the stab? No! Someone's got to touch the cart right now from SDCK, and they won't be able to. 801 through 4. Not too shabby from Feila eSports.
It's just so good from a couple of players. This would have been a sub 8-minute time, but Jackie Legs, when he was one of the only players alive in a decent position, just spams that car, and once he realizes, okay, you know, I'm not going to be able to kill the players on the car anymore, jumps down and physically body blocks it long enough for, you know, Feila had to kill him. They kill him, and then May comes in and he cleans up the players on the cart that have taken damage, and then he dies. And then Mezzo doesn't manage to get any hero stabs, so he physically blocks the cart. They're just buying more and more time. And if you look at this time, and SDCK win it by, you know, a matter of seconds, it'll be because of those players that actually, you know, that have won the game for them. So SDCK definitely won't be happy with the time, I don't think. I mean, when you look at it, you think, oh, they just need to do the same attacking phase they did before, but defensively a little bit shaky on those last couple of points, and Feila will definitely have gained confidence from what they've just done.
Yeah, I think some of these players are a bit more concerned about the score of a different game. Currently it's 1-0 Italy, but who am I to know? As we're now in this next round, if SDCK looking to outpush an 801, I think after that 5-minute time, it's certainly feasible for them. Opening pick will go to Kroy as he picks up the sniper, so that's some space to work with for this defending team here.
Yeah, just to confirm, the football hasn't started yet, so no fear if you're hearing fake news scores.
They baited me.
You've been baited there.
They're baiting each other. They're trying to play mind games.
Yeah, getting in each other's heads. Yeah, spoiling the football. SDCK definitely want to finish this within the next few minutes. Feila probably will want to see the game last a little bit longer. They do have one of their players alive, and they're getting a decent amount of kills, but Redlegs gets that crucial one. Takes down Karoy at the second time of asking, and no sniper does mean that Ghetto is coming out of the blocks. He's out of the gate.
Look at Axio right now. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm gonna lose it with that. I just saw the sniper post up and try to hit Axio, and then the scout was spamming for him, and then finally the Pyro has to go that far. The Uber was popped out, by the way, by the defending Feila eSports as they try to escape. Ghetto has not popped, but that was people were wondering in chat why I was calling this game comical, because things like that happen. But there's a big pick from Mezzo onto Layla, and no more medic from Feila.
It just gets from bad to worse. I mean, Redlegs gets the big pick onto Karoy, and then he gets a kill onto Joe, so Feila don't really know what to do with those players down. They end up getting forced, they back up, and then Mezzo's there waiting to gleefully take yet another med pick onto Layla. And then SDCK are just walking on second. There's nobody here. They just basically got free cap time. Feila, if they decide to defend this, it could go all wrong for them. They've lost Joe now. Satan's going to jump in. If he wins this fight against Jackie Legs, maybe something can be done. May is trying to get the cap time. It looks like Feila do want to commit to this. Layla is out of the spawn. No, she's backing up now. And it looks like they're going to give up this second and try and hold third. But about 6 minutes to go for them to cap the last 2 points. Those first 2 points were pretty non-existent for the defense.
You said earlier, third is where you want to have that beefy hold, and it is crucial now for Feila to have that beefy hold. I like that term, so I'm probably going to use that in some of my other casts as well. Thank you for it. But a little bit of pressure coming forward. We're having that heavy Posger up on high ground. Wondering if we'll see a banana rotation or not from the heavy. It worked so well last time, but so far it's actually going to be Posger likely getting stabbed in a moment here. Axio, nope, has to rotate around instead. May will go down. This fight, pretty slow to start, full Uber for each side.
Yeah, this is all about, you know, SDCK trying to get the car up those ramps. There's that first ramp, you see it's rolling down now. When someone's not pushing it, it will roll backwards. And that's why Feila are trying to be aggressive, get the spam onto those areas. There's 3 ramps, and he's just got off that first ramp. That's usually the most difficult if you've got a forward hold. Feila not deciding to do a forward hold, and they're giving SDCK so much cap time. This banner coming out from Jackie Legs has helped his team get it up nearly to the 2nd ramp now, and I'm not sure what Feila are doing. This is an equal Uber situation, and they're just giving this cap time for free.
Yeah, I do want to mention Satan finally running the conch here. Has not yet popped it out, but I expect it soon as a bit of aggression coming forward from the blue team. This heavy caught out, though, offensively, but not before he finds the demo and the scout as well. Jackie Legs and Polsker go pretty darn huge there. No Ubers popped quite yet. That heavy dick sauce is on Banana right now. Has to be careful. The Uber popped out. It's not looking good for SDCK though. Feila showing a bit of strength on this 3rd point. 4:20 left to play. Mez are looking for the sap, but it's not going to be enough, and SDCK backing off.
SDCK, well, they've got control of this slope, which is the most important thing. May and Clark trying to push this sentry. If they get up to this final ramp, it is going to be easy street for the remaining few seconds. Yes, it is 4 minutes to go, and they're about to capture 3rd here. They've lost Getu.
No! Joe! Joe says no! Joe's
they're still holding on.
Yeah, that Pyro getting deleted as well, so it'll be... Oh, a spy cap. Mezzo. Big man Mezzo. Finding that. 340 to capture 1. Can Feila hold this, do you think?
I mean, I've seen crazier things happen. Last is where, not where you want to get a lot of your time, but it's the clutch time. And this is where it basically just comes down to fast decision making, quick frags. Are you going to win those 1v1s? Are you going to make the right choice when it's a a really important situation? And Feila have the high ground. They have a bit of an Uber advantage. So SDCK are the ones that have to show something here. They have to try and get the force. They have to try and reclaim this high ground. Polska going in for the suicide. Jackie Legs jumping up. It's not working out for them so far. Although he does get Karoi and Grip. So those are 2 really big kills, and somehow Feila have bled 5 players from that sack wave, and the car's already being pushed in through the tunnel.
Yeah, Joe picking up a good number of frags though. He has a 5k for himself at the moment. It's going to be a rotation up to Clock, trying to take away tiles. Is SDCK. The Uber popped out into this heavy. I believe Layla got forced there. Good amount of damage being taken. Now the rotation underneath. Instead, they're going to pick up Joe early on. The Uber popped out, absolutely decimating. And the shot from Redlix as Layla tries to escape, dropping down from that balcony. No escape, says the sniper, and so many frags going in favor of SDCK right now. There's only 3 alive. Satan in trouble. He'll go down. Wambert and Karoi, the last 2 standing. It's just Karoi from the respawn, and this is going to certainly be capped. Going for a nice shot, but Redlix finds it first, and that will be GG. SDCK winning Season 24 Highlander Premiership Grand Finals, 2 maps to 0.
They had some good exchanges, but there were just some decisions there that just, I guess, didn't make sense, and that's what cost them. There's crucial decisions that when they go wrong and you team wipe, that's when it's all over.
First thing standing out to me is the sniper diff, though. Redlix, 38, 9, and 20, 43 DPM, and 44 headshot kills.
And I guess we can just talk about the various places to support. Chris Caster, as always, you can take a look at us on Twitter, on Discord if you want to keep updated. You can watch VODs over on YouTube, and if you're watching this on YouTube, you can check us out live on Twitch. Drop us a sub. All of the money from subscriptions and donations goes towards supporting the production and casting staff. You can also support us over on Patreon. Again, the money goes towards the casting and production staff. There is a bunch of things you can buy over there: t-shirts, hoodies, posters, and stickers.
Shout out to you, CJ, and Wiethoofd on production. It's always a fun time. Shout out to everyone who is subscribing throughout the match and post game. We do appreciate it, as previously mentioned. But this was ETF2L Highlander Season 24 Prem Grand Final. SDCK will win it in 2 against Feila eSports to return as the champions. Have a great night.
Hi, old beaver! Away!